My two loves, food and travel. I'm heading to far-off lands to gather new exotic recipes. I'm going right to the source to learn from the masters, and when I'm home, I'll recreate the recipes for my good friends. You might even know some of them. The French and Italian Riviera along the Mediterranean coast is absolutely picturesque. My journey, though, to avoid the typical tourist traps, is encouraging me inland, where I'm certain I'll be rewarded. Not far from the Italian-French border, my first destination is Lurisia, source of some seriously special water. They used to mine for slate in here, and when the miners would have accidents, they'd wash their injuries in rivulets that would run down these walls, and remarkably, they'd heal much faster than normal. And that is actually how they discovered the miracle water of Larissa. Check it out. There are no miners here anymore, but you can still enjoy the benefits of le acque miracolose, and it would be rude of me not to try it out, purely for research purposes, of course. It's not only about bathing in the waters, you can drink it too, and I had the chance to look around the bottling plant for the very water I'll have on my table back in Oz. Time to move on to the otherworldly fairy tale town of Dolceacqua. This town has been perched among these hills for centuries. In fact, this bridge behind me was built 600 years ago. And here's a little fun fact for you. Monet painted the bridge from this very spot. And this painting you'll find in the Louvre. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I digress. I'm here on the search for some seriously ancient recipes. Ancient is the word here, and walking the narrow alleyways and vaulted passages of this medieval village, you can feel the history in its bones. Trying to soak it all in is nearly impossible, so getting some pictures is absolutely essential. Towering over the old part of Dolceacqua, at the foot of the Rabafao mountain, is the Doria Castle. Begun in the 12th century, it was abandoned for nearly 200 years until recently when restorations began. The locals seem pretty chilled. Back in town, and I'm still exploring and find that the locals are incredibly welcoming.
Hey, ciao.
Ciao.
Vuoi provare?
A drink?
Yeah,
Okay.
red wine. Typical from Dolceacqua.
I trust you.
Yeah, Colin Rossese.
Okay. Salute.
Cheers.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a typical wine.
It's lovely and sweet.
Yeah, it's quite sweet, but it's so stronger.
It's very, yeah, it's full body.
Yeah, full body.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
When you're travelling through the foothills of the mountains in Italy, you might see a wild animal or three, perhaps a boar or a deer, and if you do, don't panic. Make a couple of loud noises and that should deter them, but if not, just walk away slowly. Dolceacqua seems to have come straight out of a storybook, and it gets better around every corner. This is like a scene from Shakespeare. But I'm not after Romeo. I'm on the hunt for foodie secrets. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bettina?
Sì.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Mwah. Thank you for having me. It's
Cute.
Thank you. Bettina has offered to show me the secret of a 500-year-old classic Italian dessert. Bettina, what are we cooking today?
Zabaione.
Ooh, delicious.
Very good.
It's very Italian.
Yes.
So where do we start? With the eggs?
Yes, 6 eggs.
I'll help you. So this is a really simple dish. Okay, Bettina, what next?
I put 6, 1.
6 tablespoons of sugar. What's sugar in Italian?
Zucchero. Zucchero. Zucchero.
Okay, so the zest of 1 lemon.
No.
Half.
Bit, un pochettino.
Okay, only a small amount, like half a lemon.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, so it's time to whisk. Whisk until it's fluffy, and also, if you want, spritz it up onto the walls. A little bit of mess is okay. So it's starting to thicken and aerate a little bit with all these bubbles coming up now.
After, allora, I put... Adesso ho difficoltà, accendo il gas.
So this is like a bain-marie.
Bain-marie with
Water.
water, and
a
I
little
put...
So a bain-marie is basically going to help the egg and the sugar to not curdle. It's going to slowly, gently cook it. But we're not cooking it all the way through. We're just warming. So that the eggs start to stiffen a little bit, like a pudding.
Adesso comincio a mettere il
Some wine. And where's this from?
Figato, from Dolceacqua.
It's local.
Yes, because it's good. I prefer wine from Dolceacqua.
Okay.
But
I
it's
think every
good,
Italian likes a wine from their region.
Yes. Ready?
Ready? Okay. So this pot, is it important?
Perché tiene il calore.
It keeps it warm. Keeps
Yes,
it retains the heat.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
I put,
Oh, this looks magical.
Magic.
Thick, airy, and I can smell that wine. Thank you. Goodness, can I have a quick taste? Because my taste buds can't handle that.
Buono.
Heaven. Thank you.
Voilà.
Oh, what is this?
Bugia, specialty from Dolceacqua.
For the
It's very
zabaione.
good with the zabaione.
Okay, so we've got biscotti here and bugia.
Bugia. The taste with zabaione is very, very good.
Okay.
Buono? Buono, buono.
Oh my gosh. Salute.
Salute.
Yeehaw! Woo! That puts hairs on your chest. I am never going home.
Buono, buono.
Buono, buono. Being Australian, you know it's important to look right when you cross the road. But over here in Europe, it's completely different. And excuse me for saying, but you need to know, you gotta look left, because chances are you might get skittled, even in a tinsy tiny town like this one. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Thanks to Josh Zuka Travel, you have a chance to win a trip for 2 to Bangkok, Thailand. Flying Thai Airways International to Bangkok, you and a friend will stay at Tower Club at Labua in a Tower Club Riverview suite with breakfast included. Subject to eligibility, you'll both receive travel insurance cover from Travel Insurance Direct, and you can choose $5,000 worth of Tumi luggage and accessories. For your chance to win this awesome prize, go to foodieadventures.com.au and tell us in 15 words or less what food you would like to eat in Bangkok. Good luck.
Italians do simple dishes so well, and I'm looking for a lesson at Ristorante Viassa with Chef Amone, who's showing me a rustic and delicious lamb stew. This is going to be interesting for me because there's a huge language barrier here, but, you know, I've just got to do what I've got to do to have some really delicious food. Let's get stuck in. So Aimone is going to take the meat from the bone of this lamb. That's some excellent filleting, hardly leaving any meat on that bone. The thing I love most about Italian cookery is that all of these meals that I've come across thus far on my travels in Italy have just been sensational, but don't take that long to make. That's definitely a generous amount of oil there. Ah, that is yummy.
Grazie.
Prego.
Non c'è bisogno.
Chopping the onion, it's a cross between a dice and a rough chop. Okay, we're going to put it in the pot now. It's time. So you're just going to saute the onions off until they become reasonably transparent.
Va bene?
Okay, meat. Carne.
Carne.
Oh, onions smell so good. Bueno.
È buona, molto buona la cipolla.
Molto bene.
Buono. Buono.
Molto buono. Bueno.
Buono in spagnolo.
Oh,
Molto buono.
molto buono. So the wine's going to reduce down now.
E a questo punto possiamo mettere il sale.
Pinch of salt. Pinch and a half of salt. So now 10 minutes on the stove on a simmer. Okay, so the next part are these beans.
Questi sono fagioli.
Fagioli.
Sì.
Okay, fagioli beans. So are these the dry?
Questi sono secchi, sì.
Okay, so the dry beans soaked overnight. And now, I mean, look at that. Completely different size. Beautiful. Whole sage leaves. And lastly, a generous serving of local olives. And it's all ready to eat. Grazie mille, Aimone.
Prego. Buon appetito.
Thank you. So this dish is an absolute tongue twister. What's it called again?
Agnello con I fagioli bianchi di pigna.
Agnello con
I fagioli.
Agnello con i Agnello
con i fagioli di pigna.
De pigna. Agnello con i
Perfetto.
fagioli di pigna. That's what I'm eating.
Thanks to Camera House, you could win a Canon EOS M50 camera, just like the one Ash uses for her foodie adventures. Camera House is the largest photographic chain in Australia, with more choices of lenses, premium print and output, independently owned with expert advice in every store. Just go to camerahouse.com.au/competition for details on how you can win a Canon EOS M50. Good luck!
I'm bringing a taste of Italy back to Australia. This dish, which is actually a little bit of a mouthful, agnello con I fagioli di pigna, I learnt in Dolceacqua, and I must say it was that amazing that I actually don't even need to fuss around with any of the ingredients. I don't need to add anything else either. So I'm just gonna go bare bones. And I've sourced a halal leg of lamb because my guest is Muslim. Just simply cut into chunks because this is going to cook on the stove for a little while, and as it cooks, the fibres in the meat will break down, and thus you'll end up with a beautiful, moist pull apart chunk of lamb. This is a nice little trick. The meat into the flour, and you coat all of the chunks of lamb with the flour because the flour is pretty much your thickening agent in this stew. Olive oil. A very, very generous dollop because you don't want the meat burning. You want it browning. And that brown also adds flavour. Don't meddle too much with the lamb at this stage. You just want to be browning each of the sides. Now we're going to take all of this out into the same bowl that we floured the lamb in. Marvel at these amazing juices in the pan. Look at all of that. That right there is flavour. This bad guy, you only need half of it. Into our pot. All of this brown and all the flavours from the meat is exactly what you want in the bottom of this pot because that's what gives it depth. And can you hear that? That is deliciousness stuck to the bottom of this pot. You want the brown bits. Actually, that is a phenomenal smell. Oh, get in there, y'all. Saute the onions until they're transparent. And now put the meat straight back into the pot. Give it a quick mix. And now it's liquid time. In the original recipe that I learned, this stage you put wine in. But because my guest is Muslim, no wine. So halal chicken stock is perfectly fine. When it starts boiling, turn it down to a medium so it's on a bit of a simmer. This is going to reduce the liquid now and make sure that all of those beautiful flavours surprise us from the lamb. This is reducing perfectly. It's starting to thicken and it's down by about half. Now this is exactly the moment where we add the olives, beans and some sage. I've decided to use cannellini beans because they're so easy to buy here in Australia, at the supermarket even. Beans first. After the olives have been cooking for a while, you'll notice the flavour starts to intensify. They just add such amazing qualities to this dish. And quite honestly, I think that's what makes it. Sage, fresh sage is by far the most delightful thing. The more time, the merrier for this little baby. While this cooks, I'm going to get on to dessert. For dessert, I'm doing my version of Bettina Zabaione because my guest cannot have alcohol. I've substituted the wine for orange juice. This machine is a godsend because it does it all and I don't even have to be here for it. Egg yolks. Orange juice. I'm not exerting too much energy. And sugar. Lid on. Push a couple of buttons, and Bob's your uncle. Now I just need my guests. Mazzy!
Uber Eats for Ash Pollard. Hey! How's it
Get
going?
in there.
What a place.
Hey, you two! Hello!
Hey, Dal.
Little turtle.
How are ya?
It's a lamb stew.
Oh, great. So what's it called in Italian?
Agnole de something.
Agnole de pina.
Normally you'd use these beans called fagioli.
That's what I normally use.
Of course you do.
It tastes legitimate. It tastes legitimately Italian. Hey Ash, that photo, I didn't know you were Hindu.
Oh my God, Naz. I took that in Thailand. I got it developed at Camera House.
Whoa! Whoa! Miss Pollard.
I know. This is Zabaione. Oh.
say, this is actually freaking amazing. You've done an amazing job.
You being a fibbing fox?
I swear to God, like I'm blown away. What?
You need to repeat that. I need to have it documented, thanks. Action.
Okay, Ash, all of this Italian stuff that you've made has freaking blown my mind. Right? Si belle or something. 3,
2, 1, cheese!
Thanks to Josh Zucker Travel, you can enjoy your very own Italian adventure. Flying Thai Airways International to Rome, you will enjoy 5 nights 4-star boutique accommodation with breakfast included. Discover the Eternal City with amazing sightseeing tours, including a foodie walk around the city's best markets, shops and restaurants. And you'll also receive a $150 travel voucher. All this and more for the package price of $3,267 per person. Go to foodieadventures.com.au and click on the Josh Zucker Travel Deal of the Week.